Have you ever driven past by the big colorful balls that strung up high along the transmission grid lines? You might have surprised what are their objective hanging up there. Well, let's talk coming up. Hey, how are you guys? This is me, Surendra, from my YouTube channel, bringing you a lot of inspiring and fascinating facts. On this YouTube channel, I will discuss about the popular facts and trending news among the community. If you're already here, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for further notification. So, let's explore. They are called as aerial marker balls, or most commonly known as marker balls. You will usually find these marker balls near mountains, across rivers, and most importantly near airports. You will also find these marker balls in the areas that having bad weather conditions. In today's video, I am going to discuss about the reason behind the marker balls installations. Most commonly, you will find that the marker balls are always in orange colors. This is because orange is known as international danger color. In spite of that, red, white or yellow are still considerable depending on the surrounding places. Federal Aviation Administration, or most commonly known as FAA, will recommend and decide on which color should be used on marker balls depending on the contrast with the surrounding places. Well, what is the purpose of these marker balls and also its colors? The marker balls are placed on power line grids to make the electrical line grids more visible to the aircraft. When pilots are flying high in the sky, the transmission grid lines become almost invisible. These marker balls are actually helping the airline pilots to see the electrical grid lines. This will eventually help the airline pilots to avoid crushing and hitting the electrical grid lines. To aid with the pilot's visibility, best colors are chosen in contrast with the surrounding places. When more than one cables are strung between two pylons, the marker balls will be mounted on the higher side of the either side of the pylons. This is the reason behind the installation of aerial marker balls. This aerial marker balls is reducing the risk of aircraft accident as well as saving up the pilot's life. Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, regulates their specification in marker balls production. The marker balls production shouldn't be lesser than 35 inches in diameter on wires that crossing rivers or lakes, and can be as small as 20 inches in diameter on wires that as low as 50 feet from the ground level. Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, also said that if there are 4 or fewer balls that going to be on the electrical grid lines, the color of the marker ball should be orange. The marker ball is actually made up of plastic and it is vacuumed inside it. There are 2 clamped type bolt and nuts on 2 sides of the marker balls. The marker balls are clamped on the electrical grid lines together with 1 meter length of conductor. The 1 meter length conductor will be clamped on either side of the marker balls. This 1 meter length conductor is actually creating an alternative pathway for the flow of electricity. As marker balls are made up of plastic, there are higher tendency for the marker balls to melt. So this is why the 1 meter length conductor will be installed and will be clamped on either side of the marker balls to reduce the flow of electricity through the marker balls. The idea of marker balls were first proposed by Winthrop Rockefeller. Winthrop Rockefeller was a governor of Arkansas City in early 1970s. Winthrop Rockefeller got his idea when he about to land his aircraft and he almost hit an electrical transmission grid line. He decided that something should be done to make the electrical grid lines more obvious to the pilots, and he eventually ended up with the idea of marker balls. Well, if you're ever wondering how do the marker balls get installed in the hard to reach power lines, it sometimes takes a helicopter and a plucky technician to install the marker balls. So yes friends, I have a question of the day. My question of the day is, how do the electrical transmission grid lines affecting the birds that fly as high as the electrical grid lines? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like my video, do share my video to your friends. We educate the community, we share the knowledge, we rise by lifting others. Thank you. Thanks for checking out this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time, keep crushing it and we will talk soon. Bye.